So traders, let's start off with gold and silver in the mining sector now, because there's probably more weakness to come out of the mining sector from here. And if I actually, let me bring this up to here. I want to show you something here. Let me actually bring this up, bring up my screenshots here. And I want to bring up my screenshots here because I believe in gold and silver, we're still probably at this, we're at this level here right now where it's complacency. I still see that gold, silver, and the mining sector at this point here right now, we had this first drop. We're probably likely to get a rally up, and we're probably likely to be at complacency right now. And I see another move coming on the downside here. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm seeing that a lot of people's comments around gold, especially gold, is that they all think that this is just a bit of a cooling off period before we get going again. And I don't think so, okay? I see that looking at, this is the gold market here. I see gold coming down towards at least the 3,600 level. As you can see, this is the level from here. So this whole level from, so I see at least another nice correction coming down through. I see another good 10% drop coming out of the gold market. And in fact, I believe we have just made a final high in gold for at least 12 months. At least 12 months. This is the monthly chart here on the gold price here. You can see these big monthly charts, and I see that this big monthly chart here is the start of a much bigger drop coming into next year. We may even head back down towards these low levels through here by the end of next year. So the next 12 months or so, I believe we're likely to see at least a 50% correction. And so that sort of less than 3,000 level is probably going to be the target for me, that where I see things happening from here. So that's where I see things happening. Or either if we don't get that, then we're going to spend a lot of time just doing this here. It's not getting ready for another move to the upside. This is the end of gold. The end of gold for at least 12 months here. So that's what I'm seeing there when it comes to that through there. Same for silver as well too. Silver had just a big parabolic move to the upside. So on a sort of short-term level basis when it comes to silver, I see silver coming down towards this low level down through here. So I see another drop coming down towards the 44 level, possibly even a bit lower than that. But I see this thing coming back down, coming back through here, and then maybe we get another bounce. But if we do get a bounce, it's probably going to do this here. And we're probably going to see that coming into next year as well too. Because once again, this big massive blow-off move that we've seen, I believe that's the start of a lot more weakness to come. Looking at the gold mining sector through here. So they say, for example, the GDX, and the GDXJ. This is the GDX from here. And we can actually see, look at this here. Check this out. Check this out. So same type of thing, right? We can see how that we already had a big move up. Bounce, 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 up, 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 up. So we're probably going to come down towards here. So we have more downside to come. So it's the end for gold and the mining sector for you. And the same for SIO as well too. We have this movement through here. So just a little bit more movement to the downside before we get to some equilibrium from here. And so once again, look at this here. There we go. Up, bounce, bounce, up, 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 up. So we're probably going to start to make our way down towards this level here. So more downside to come for the good old gold and silver. The end of gold, silver, and the mining sector. And so now let's go check out the stock market. The stock market is actually different though. Let's look at the S&P 500. So the S&P 500, looking at this level here, if I bring on all my moving averages from here now, you'll be able to see that we are just holding here quite nicely. Okay, you see we're just holding here quite nicely from here. So if I do bring this up to here, and let me bring this up to here, what we're probably likely to see is we've got a 52 coming up through here, we've got a 20 coming up through here. We're probably likely to get something like this. Then we're probably likely to get a breakout, and we're probably likely to go for a really big move to come. Now, bear in mind though, this is the daily charts. Those big long-term, the big long-term charts, this is the monthly chart here. What I see, we may continue up for a little bit more to 7,500. This is a monthly chart. But get ready for a really good face ripper drop next year. We're probably going to see a 20% drop next year if we got something like that out of the S&P. This is the same for all markets, the NASDAQ as well too. If the NASDAQ continues up for another few more months and we get something like that, get ready for a really big drop to come out of the NASDAQ. Same for the Russell as well too. Russell, same sort of thing, and even the Dow Jones as well too. So while we can go down to this whole short-term level basis, and it does look like we're starting to get, there we go. There we go. All right, we're starting to get this whole level from here to here, as you can see. We're probably likely to hold and probably likely to go for another nice move to the upside. We may even get to 50,000, right? Yeah. So we may even get 50,000. So we go through here, bit of a breakout. We might go up to the upside, and then we have this 50,000 target potentially out of the Dow Jones. Now, once again, even if that does happen, we're probably likely to see a really big, deep correction coming out of the markets from here. So let me go show you guys. I want to show you what I'm seeing right now when it comes to the crypto market. So for example, gold and silver. Bitcoin and Ethereum. With the Ethereum market, if I look at the Ethereum market, this is Ethereum on the weekly chart. What Ethereum is likely to be right now, guys, this is probably a good buying opportunity out of Ethereum. I really honestly do see that. I see honestly Ethereum is a good buying opportunity. Bitcoin's different though. We have all these highs up here. It already came down. It ran up, made a higher high. This here is probably going to be some sort of higher low. Now, retracement wise, from there to there, that's where it's likely to be from retracement wise. So we have this whole level from here to here, right? All that through there. So where we are right now, maybe even a bit lower, is probably a really good buying opportunity, because then over the next few months, I do see Ethereum getting ready to go for another really big move to the upside. Now, that's there, but Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin is actually looking really weak, right? Really, really weak. And if I bring on this, let me bring on these charts from here to here. There we go, from there to there. Right, from there to there. So as you can see here, look what's happening here, right? Let me bring this up. Let me squeeze this up from here to here. Right there, right? So what's happening with Bitcoin right now? We were going sideways through here. So I'm actually expecting a bit more weakness out of Bitcoin. Coming back, same thing here, right? Up, back down to the trend line, up, back down to the trend line. Remember I said before about gold and silver? It's all the same thing, guys. When we get too far away, we have a pullback. Too far away, pullback. We come up. We're probably likely to do this. We may even do something like this here. And then we may get another big move to the upside. So we still are in a very big bull market out of the Bitcoin market. But right now, as I speak, we're going through this bit of a drop phase through here. And once that starts to sort of hit this point, then we're probably likely to see a nice move to the upside. So traders, I've just created a brand new book around the mindset and the missing X factor. If you click on that first link in the description, you can go over to that page. You can get free access to that book as well too. Or if you'd like to get access to more like personal coaching for all of 2026, I have a coaching program where you're with me every single day. It's called the 1% Club. It's only a small group. And you are with me every single day, where I can coach you, guide you, and help you with this process of trade identification, trade management, emotional management, controlling risk, letting profits run, cutting, all that sort of stuff as well too. So if you're really serious about making 2026 the best year ever, then you may be a good fit for my 1% Club. If you click on that third link in the description there, click on that. You can go over there, you can see a bit more information about that. Go fill out the application form, guys. And then you and I personally will be having a good chat on the phone, and we'll see if you're a good fit. Speak to you soon, guys.